Tell me a little bit about what your life was like before you went into the shelter.
Before I came into the shelter 10 months ago, I was an active addict of heroin, pain medication, alcohol. I left the Bryan area for 8 months, went into rehab, went into sober living. When I came back to the Bryan area, I was here 1 or 2 days and I came into the shelter.
We ran into a lot of problems because of the size of our family.
How big's your family?
We have 8 children.
8 children.
So they just couldn't accommodate. There was no accommodation for that size of a family anywhere.
Yeah.
There was a pastor I was talking to, and he was really great. He would have a few beds open, but that would leave, the kids sort of
During the daytime, sort of in trouble, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
And then how we got here was my landlord, we thought owned a house.
Uh-huh.
We all moved in, all 8 children, and went on living day to day, and then come to find out he never owned the house.
So he wasn't paying for it, huh?
He didn't even have a deed to the house. He was not the owner.
Yeah, I've heard of that happening to people.
I've heard of it happening, but I never thought it would happen to me.
Yeah. So what happened when you got in here?
Well, things became a lot more manageable. Living resources, computers, the way we eat, our hygiene had improved.
Yeah.
We able to take showers.
Not living in a car.
And not living in a car. So, and then finally job opportunities started to open. Once we had the ability to access a computer and get a good day's rest so we could preoccupy our minds again.
Uh-huh.
But as days went, we progressively got better and better, and then finally we got to the point that we could be out on our own again.
Since I've come into the shelter, my mind has opened up. I learned more about God too. I don't really understand a lot of the Bible and such, but I am learning more. I've always been a firm believer. I've just never understood it.
Uh-huh.
2 very religious sisters, and how I came from the same fold that they did, I don't know. But the shelter's been good for me.
There were children here, which was a blessing in itself. People of all walks of life have came here, and I've seen them treat everybody pretty much the same. So there's no reason why you shouldn't become productive through the help of the church. I mean, this is a family church that, in my perspective, is not just for going to praise God, but it's for you to start loving yourself again, because God is in us. And if we love ourselves, we'll do the right things, and God will speak with us and lead us down the right path.
While you were here, tell me about anything about you and God. Anything occur in your life that kind of...
Yeah, I grew a whole lot closer. And I became more dependent on him more so than man itself.
Really?
I did. And to this day, I still depend mostly on him.
If the shelter hadn't have been here, what would have happened?
Oh, possibly I would have stayed at my daughter's, and then we would start fighting and possibly relapse. It's always a possibility. I would hope not, but possibility.